Folks at DonBest.com, Brian Blessing, Todd Furman. We are going to preview the battle of Drew Brees and Peyton Manning, a little Super Bowl rematch, just a different color jersey in play here. Sunday Night Football, Denver 6, total on this game, shooting up at 55.5. The only thing that would give you pause for concern from a points perspective might be weather at this time of year in Denver, where it's going to be in the mid to high 30s.
It could be a huge factor in this contest. You look at Peyton Manning now going to start to get adjusted to what life is like in the Rocky Mountains during the winter months. Drew Brees, a little contrast. He had a nice weather day down in Tampa. He's used to the dome. Facing the elements could provide some challenges. The only thing that won't be a challenge for Denver, moving the football against the Saints defense through the air, on the ground, it doesn't matter. They provide zero resistance.
How many times do you get hit in the head with a 2x4 until you learn to duck? That's a question. You talk amongst yourselves. Listen, you fade Denver in the first half and you play them in the second half. It's that simple.
That was awfully philosophical for me, though, so I may have to take a second to pause. But you're 100% right, Brian. You look at what Denver's done, and not even in the second half, their dominance really reigns supreme in the fourth quarter. 79-6 so far this year. They've outscored their opponents. They haven't allowed a fourth quarter point since week 1 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you look at this Saints team who struggles to stop anybody, they're not going to come from behind if this trend is recurring. And you also look at Peyton Manning, over 300 yards passing each of the last 4 games, starting to feel a little more comfortable with those Broncos colors.
All right, let me ask you, Joe Vitt comes back for the Saints here. They get extra time to prepare for Peyton Manning. That's got to help their defense.
They can't get any worse. So you talk about helping a defense, it's applying a tourniquet to a leg that's hemorrhaging blood like you wouldn't believe. But you look at what the Saints have done. They did find a way, to their credit, to get a stop, and with the help of the end line against Tampa last Sunday to win 35-28. But the Saints team's not built on defense. They need to force a few turnovers. And Denver hasn't been great protecting the football. They're -3 year-to-date in that department. So if the Saints can get an early lead, maybe this game's a little more competitive than I anticipate.
And with each passing week, Manning continues to build a rapport with his new teammates.
Yeah, this team is really starting to click. You're seeing the hurry-up take effect. And if Demaryius Thomas could hang on to the football, these numbers would be even more impressive for Denver. The real emergence, though, is of a ground game. Willis McGahee, a plodding runner. I still expect Ronnie Hillman to continue to get more and more reps, especially coming off a bye week.
I think that's a great point in down the road how tough Denver could become because of Thomas's inconsistency catching and route running. Once Manning has faith in him, what a weapon he will be.
It gets extremely dangerous. This guy's got elite top-end speed, and once he gets the grasp of this offense, it'll be real scary to try and face Denver. The thing you have to love about the Broncos at this point in the year, they've navigated through the toughest stretch of any team in the NFL. They're 3-3. Schedule opens up a lot more after the Saints game on Sunday.
And the main thing for the Broncos, take care of business in the division. It's Denver, a 6-point favorite, total 55.5 when they host Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints, coming your way on Sunday Night Football.